Oh my God. Undercaffeinated. What's up, everyone? My name's AJ Writes Crypto. What a morning I had. What a morning. Things. I had a really big call. Massive call. Can't talk about it. It's the NDA been signed, but I cannot wait. I am ready to go. This is crazy. This is crazy stuff. Insanity. And I could not be more excited for, listen, everybody, Bitcoin's just been falling and going and running and falling and all that. But guess what? It's going to come back up. And all the altcoins that are planning their plan, they're going to come back up. It's going to take time, and we're all going to be glad that we bought the dip. We're all going to be glad that we consistently continue to put ourselves into the scenario now for when things actually pop off. I mean, everyone is planning right now. Understand that everyone that right now, when things are in and no one really knows, this is when the real juice gets concocted. They're just stirring a big vat of stir, and it's going. Trust me. I had 2 calls today, and I was like a little bummed. Like, Algorand's at 16 cents. The graph went down. Quant's back fighting. I wasn't that excited. But now, after those phone calls, I am just all right. Let's just keep going because this is insane. And I could not be more grateful for this opportunity and for everybody here already. What's up, everybody? Thanks for being here. Shout out to everybody in the chat. We got Kenan Hinson, Brian Bootyhead, S Dog, Mike Vollmer, Splashing and Smashing. We got my guy WD40, making sure the Tin Man isn't all rusty and shit. We got Chris Davis, Mass Sauce, Jason Voorhees. Shout out to Camp Crystal Lake. Don't have a machete around that guy, but I want to do something fun today. The news is kind of boring. Right? And I'm not going to try to just talk about boring stuff. This is what I want to do. For the first bit of the show, what I want to do is I want to do TA on charts you guys want to see. I've been doing a lot of TA videos after the live stream. Those people have been eating those up. I'm really glad that people like that format of video. I'm going to be doing a lot more of those day by day. And when I recorded that video and it was on YouTube an hour later, and I skipped the whole sending to editor and chopping it up. I'm just going to rip. And I think that format's working out a little bit more so I can get out more content while I'm writing stuff in the background. I am filming my Algorand price prediction video today. Look for that Saturday or Sunday. The Glitter Queen and I will be filming our portfolio update. We're starting 2 new portfolios, but we'll still keep track of the other 2. We will, we're going to have those recorded probably tomorrow. And, we're going to have a bunch of videos coming out for you guys this weekend. So stay tuned for that. But what I'm going to do today is that let me know in the chat what charts you guys want to see technical analysis on, and I will do that, and then we will do rate my portfolio. If anyone wants a portfolio rating, you know what to do, and we'll save those for the second half of the show. And shout out to my guy Johnny Hopper. Just send me a text message. He's a crypto, and he does motocross content as well. One of my very good friends. And a year ago today, we were on the Ben's book tour, and I actually met Johnny Hopper in person. That was a year ago today. And I cannot believe that was already a year ago. Here, let me get some of these down. We got Flare, FLR, ICP, Avax, Chainlink, Vchain for sure, Vchain. The Graph, SEI. All right, we'll start with that batch, and we will keep going after that. Because I think it's really important now to be very aware of our surroundings and be very aware of the coins that we are. And shout out to Alaska BTC catching a live show. It's hard to get up that early in Alaska, but dude, I really appreciate you being here. Thanks so much for being here, bro. And he won a giveaway a little while back. Big shout out to him. And also, and Quant, of course, I'm gonna put Quant on that list. Someone said Quant. I want to look at Quant. All right, so. All right, NH bar, fine. And somebody might as well put Algorand too. All right, the list is full. We are going over We are doing Flare, ICP, Avax, Link, Vchain, the Graph, SEI, Quant, HBAR, and Algo. Let's do it. Very excited to do this. First, let's just take a quick overlook of the markets. But before I do that, G Money wants Aurora. Thanks from Cali, up early this morning. Can someone let me know the ticker for Aurora? I'd really appreciate that. I don't know the ticker for that one. Quant is in the big news. I heard its voice. You guys. So really fast. I want to show you this before we get into this segment. This is the last day it will be open. Let me click over here. Click that. Present. Share screen. That tab. Bang, bang. So we are doing for the cryptochips.io, one of the big sponsors on my show here. Big shout out to Crypto Chips. Make sure you check out their website and use the code Grogger or AJ Writes Crypto to get 10% off on your order. They do merch, they do hoodies, they do coins, they do customizable NFT stuff like my Kanpai Panda back there. Big shout out to Kanpai Panda. Is doing really well. Floor is much higher than it was when I bought it. Anyway, so we are doing a giveaway right here. I put the link down below in the chat there. We're not giving away one, but 2 hoodies this week. The Anti-Fiat Club, super bullish on this hoodie. Giving away 2 this week. If you want a chance to win this hoodie, all you have to do is go to that tweet that I just put down below in the chat. Smash the like button, retweet the tweet, and give my guys over at Crypto Chips IO a follow. They have been growing. I've been trying to help them grow. I mean, they're rock solid crypto merch. I actually went to them and asked them for a sponsorship because I like their stuff so much. So big shout out to those guys. They're doing really big things and they're helping me out with my clothing line, Get Rich or Get Wrecked. And it was really cool yesterday to see a couple of the tweets that came in of people who ordered, their Algo Fam hoodie or the Get Rich or Get Wrecked one. We do have more merch coming here pretty soon. We'll definitely let you know on that. Eventually, I'm going to have my own website. And there will be stuff you can get all the time. And then there will be stuff that's just the limited drops. And I do want Get Rich or Get Wrecked to kind of revolve around the limited drops. I don't know why. It's pretty punk rock. It's kind of hip hop to me. And I'm going to keep doing that. So I'm here for it. But definitely big shout out to Crypto Chips. And make sure you get in on that giveaway if you haven't already. So let's get into this here. I do want to take a quick little look at just the overall markets so I know what I'm getting myself into before we go over all the charts. We got Bitcoin under 40,000. You guys know how important it is for Bitcoin to hold 40,000 and with the implications of that for everything else. You know what I'm saying? We have XRP 50 cents, very boring. BNB under 300, Ethereum just under 2,200. Cardano at, chilling at 46 cents. Unfortunate. Chainlink 1363. ICP 1119. I'm probably going to accumulate some ICP here from my newer portfolio, not going to lie. Injective 31, near 263. I think near is a great buy down at 263. We know what it's capable of in its above value area and down big. So this is when you can get in. I mean, even if things by the time we sell what we're buying, it's not going to matter if things fall a little bit more right now. We're looking for the bull run here, guys. So you might as well accumulate while things are down big. That's what I'm doing. So I did in my more recent portfolio, I did buy stable coins, but I am going to, start bleeding some of those stable coins in now that I have a little bit better idea of what I want to do. Sometimes when I'm unsure, if I'm unsure, I'll buy stable coins. That's fine. You don't have to make a decision. You don't have to pressure yourself into making a mistake. If you're not sure what to do and you do a weekly DCA and you're not sure, just buy stable coins. That's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. As long as you like eventually make a plan. Vchain, big shout out to Vchain. Vchain is going to be a massive success in the bull run. I cannot stress how bullish I am on Vchain right now. These guys, they're up to something. They're doing good things. I'm really excited to watch this one. I will be accumulating Vchain big time going into the bull run. We got Quant 103, Render 370, the Graph 1475. Look, even CoinGecko tells you to buy the Graph. Buy. Yep, that's what that means. It doesn't say buy Render. It doesn't say buy Rocket Pool, but it does say buy the Graph. Facts. We got Sui down here to 121 and Algorand right at 16 cents. I'm telling you guys, remember before the videos I made before, the 16-cent support resistance level is everything for Algorand. It is everything that it stays above this level. So let's cross our fingers and hope for the best. Really quick, G Money says Aurora is on near protocol, but yeah, what's the ticker? Like, you know, if Flare is FLR, what is Aurora? I don't know the ticker. Here, I can just search it. AUR. Aurora. Okay, so it is the ticker. Okay, interesting. It doesn't, I thought it would be like AUR or something like that, you know. 362. Pretty scary tokenomic situation down there, about 40% of the way in. Definitely keep an eye on how aggressive that vesting schedule is. You can buy it on KuCoin, you can buy it on BitGet. Not available on Phemex, unfortunately. Okay, yeah, I'll take a look at it. I got it written down on my list. Very cool. Do want to take a quick look at the gainers and the losers here in terms of volatility. It's super important that, you know, for you traders out there, that you look at the gainers and losers list, because, you know, the things that are up the biggest and down the biggest, that's where the volatility is. Okay, so you always want to keep an eye on what is moving the most. Okay, we got Monta Network, OKB, IOTA had a pretty big pump. I do have a coin in the IOTA ecosystem called Shimmer. Hasn't really been doing much, but I bought it because one of my friends told me to, and I bought 1,000. It's at 632, but I'm just gonna hold on to it. I think it'll do fine eventually. And a lot of things up like 2%. Chili's back above 10 cents. I think Chili's is probably going to be pretty successful in the bull run, but I don't know how much of it I'm going to buy, to be honest. So Sats, Blur, Injective, all down pretty big here. Toncoin down a little bit. Ordi down 5%. Caspa down 3%. A lot of things down 3%, which makes sense because, you know, yesterday we had a little pump up and now we're having a little pump down. Things are kind of cruising right now. So really quick here. Boom. So just a quick heads up, quick housekeeping. There are about 207 people in the house right now. Thank you all for being here. Really, really appreciate it. Make sure you smash the like button or just gently click it down below if you have not already. I'd really, really appreciate that. And make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Got a lot of big plans coming for this channel. Got a lot of content coming. I'm writing a book in the background. The book is taking forever. It'll probably take me like a year to finish it, to be honest. But the thing here's the problem I've had with writing my book before I get to the charts is that I will write a chapter and realize it's so good. And then I will say, like, talk about the chapter a lot, or like I'll talk about it in the live stream. I'll reference it in a Twitter space. And then I will just be like, well, I just kind of gave away that. Like I already said that. So why would I keep it? So I do this thing where I'm researching and I'm writing, but then, you know, I will give it away. So I need to stop doing that. What I write in the book needs to stay in the book. But not be like my short-term content. But, you know, considering very busy, but, you know, there will be a book coming. The working title for it right now, it won't be called this, but the working title for it right now is The Playbook. And it is a book about everything you'd ever need to know about how to be a successful trader, about how to, you know, turn $1,000 into $1 million, how to become very successful in crypto. And that is the book. It will have everything you ever need to know about trading and strategy, philosophy, saving money, risk management, and all, not to mention like all the candles and charts and everything. And it goes a level further than anything else you could ever find. This is like my passion project. This is my baby. So be patient for this one. It's going to be a while, but I do want to talk about it and say that it is happening. Talking about it will also motivate me to keep writing, to keep going. My name is AJ Writes Crypto. I am a writer. I do write, and I think, you know, having a book and really doing that is and pushing it is really smart for me. I need to do that as fast as I can, to be honest with you. I got to stick to the brand. Yeah, I do write for like a motocross magazine called Racer X. I did write lore for an NFT project. I was Ben's script writer for 2 years. I write a lot. I've done a lot of stuff. I wrote like a book like kind of like 10 years ago and stuff like that. I never published it. I probably won't ever because it's pretty dark shit. But it's my thing, you know. So but I do want to definitely make sure I get a really, really rock solid crypto book out there eventually. So it is coming. I am working on it, and I do appreciate all you guys. All right, so let's start cracking into this list here. We do have a bunch of call out charts on the show today. And keep in mind, we are doing Rate My Portfolio today. If anyone wants a portfolio rating, today is the day. We will save that for the back end of the show. So let's start on the list here. I guess we'll start off with Bitcoin. I know Bitcoin's not on the list you guys requested, but it's important to have your finger on the pulse with Bitcoin, so you know exactly what it is that, because all coins kind of base themselves off of Bitcoin. Big shout out to Food and Crypto sending in the first portfolio rating of the day. I will 100% rate that portfolio today. Let me save it into my photos really fast, and there we go. I will get to that at the end of the show. Appreciate you. All right, so here's Bitcoin, right? And so I always leave the damn brush on. Okay, so these blue lines right here, is the local downtrend for Bitcoin. Okay, and then obviously some support resistance level, like local support resistance, and then these white lines here are longer support resistance from previous price action. And as you can see, we tried. I would actually kind of honestly move this up a little bit because it got rejected to get above this. Did not happen. Getting rejected from 40,000. Like I said in my video yesterday, that Bitcoin's in a precarious spot because if it goes above, it will break out of the local trend and will break out of support resistance at the same time. Did not do that. So, where to now is kind of the question. Obviously, this previous low here, 38, we would love to see Bitcoin stay above 38. It's also pretty interesting when you kind of zoom out, look at the daily, turn on the visible range volume profile. Oh, it is on. Why isn't it popping up? Where's my visible range volume profile? Oh, it said it's loading. Okay, there we go. So this is actually pretty interesting in terms of volume where Bitcoin is sitting right now. So basically, the visible range volume profile will show you where a lot of the money is, like where the volume is sitting, right? So this is the visible range volume profile. So keep in mind, this is only doing the volume of the candles that it can see. All right. So this isn't the VPVR for the whole chart. It's only for the visible range. So basically, from this candle back here. So in the past couple months, you can actually also do a fixed range volume profile as well, right here, fixed range volume profile, and say I wanted, from here to here, I could click that and it would say, that the volume is right there. If you're like really zoomed out, you can zoom in and do it that way as well. So anyway, let me get rid of that. So as you can see, Bitcoin's price action right now is actually inside of a low volume node. And you can see a lot of volume here and then less volume and then more volume, low volume, more volume. You see that? So our price is currently sitting in this low volume node. So we kind of have to ask ourselves, is Bitcoin more likely to kind of come back up and get back into this value area here, or are we going to go back down? Right now, all signs are kind of pointing south. Unfortunately, this is the daily chart. Even if we kind of zoom out here and look at like a 12-hour, zoom in, look at a 12-hour, it is, it has put a bottom there, but everything is kind of still pointing to downward pressure. I'm not really thinking, especially the 2 hours, super bearish, the way it's coming down the oscillator, red, and the money flow. I would love to see it. Don't get me wrong. I would love to see it get back above 40,000, but I think it's more likely that we are going to come down and test this previous low. That makes the most sense to me. I'm definitely kind of reacting from the fact that we got rejected. Very rarely do we get rejected and just immediately turn around. Like we'll probably come down. If we are to turn around, we probably go down further first. So that definitely keep an eye on that, and that is worth knowing in terms what Bitcoin is doing right now at the moment. I do see some so Bozo, I don't know what that one is, but hopefully I'll get to it. Bozo, and then SO. I'll take a screenshot of this bad boy here. Boom, boom. All right. And this show can go a little bit longer today. Because I do not have a roundtable to do today, which means I can do more show. So definitely not going to be slipping out of here early. I might go over an hour a little bit because I do want to get through the call out charts that you guys sent me, and I do want to get through the portfolios as well. So I'm definitely just going to take my time and have a good show today. So let's do that. So let's run through this list really fast. FLR, crypto, Flare, Coinbase. All right, I'm just going to look at everything on a 12-hour chart. All right, so I kind of have a good idea of what's going on here. So actually, I'm probably going to look at everything on a daily and zoom in if I want to, because that'll give me the big picture. Okay, so Flare. All right, so it started It came down really hard. It technically is in an uptrend. Technically, kind of considering that, So, this level, it respecting this since it started this back in October, we would like to see it, bounce continue. So keep in mind that if it continues to fall and loses this, that would kind of probably start the next wave down. Also, what I will say here from we got bearish divergence on a daily chart. As you can see, oscillator, anchor wave, trigger wave, and price go up. Dry case of bearish divergence. So levels I would look for, very important, would be, first of all, if it falls a little bit further, it would actually lose that local high right there at 207, this high from this candle right there. So definitely keep an eye on that. That would be a level that I would certainly, if you're a trader on Flare, to set an alarm on that level so you can react if it, touches it, loses it, whatever, continues, that's what we do. We find important levels on the chart. Let me actually make that more accurate. We'll go from the wick. They'll go from the body of the candle, not the wick. It's actually right here. So 0.0205 is that level. So keep an eye on that. And let's hope this is the bounce and it continues up. But if Bitcoin continues at its negative pressure, I would, very, very common to see it come down here or even come down. It spent a lot of time in this range right here. If you look at the duration of time it spent inside of a range, in this box here. So that would be considered like the previous value area. And, and there's also a lot of volume there as well. Look at where the point of control is on the visible range volume profile. That line is called the point of control. And, so it does have volume here, but then it kind of low volume gap to there, which is why it's likely that it could drop back down into this range here between 0.15, a penny and a half, and 2 pennies. So keep a close eye on that. And in the very short term, it kind of just looks like it's trading sideways. In the very, did not mean to draw that. In the very short term, you could consider, this. Let me change the color of that. Yellow, make it a little bigger. And then this. So we kind of got like a little triangle forming here. Let me go off the wicks. The bodies, not the wicks. All right. So definitely, there is a pattern here. It's not exactly a symmetrical triangle. It's kind of a little crooked. It's not like a flat line. But at the same time, there is a point where this has to break here. The estimated point of intersection would be January 31st. So, in the next week, this thing is either going to, break out or break down. So if you are a Flare trader and you don't know what to do and you don't want to guess, I set an alarm on the bottom, set an alarm on the top, and whatever one goes off first, that generally would be your move. So keep a close eye on that little flag there. Awesome. Got another, let me screenshot this portfolio. Boom, boom, boom. Moto Bull said, AJ, I found you through Hopper. That's amazing, dude. That's so cool. Johnny Hopper is such a rad dude. I'm glad he texted me. I'm going to give him a call later. It's been a while. Moto Bull, man, I'm excited. The A2 this weekend, bro. You know what, Moto Bull, I've been playing. I gotta say this. I got a new PC. I've been a Mac guy for so long. All these games, man, you can't play all the games on Mac. I got this new PC. I dropped a bunch of money on it, but it's a tax write-off. It's a tax write-off. I use it for my job. I use it for my job. I'm writing on it, right? Tax write-off. And I've been playing this game called MX Bikes. It is so hard, dude. It's like you want to just play it like MX versus ATV or like Supercross 4 or whatever, but it is super hard game. But I'm learning. I'm having fun with it. I do like to play video games in my spare time. Some people are like, you should do Twitch or whatever. I'm like, no, I want to selfishly play video games. Okay. I want to selfishly play video games. So leave me alone. All right. So let's get back to the chart here, but big shout out to MotoBull558. Appreciate you, bro. Yeah. So definitely keep an eye on Flare. In the short term, like I said, it is a little scary. I feel like it's probably more likely to break down considering the volume, but keep an eye on it, set some alarms. I definitely is an interesting little flag setup there, one to watch for sure. All right, ICP, here we go. All right, so this here is a tweet that I made. I did a tweet here for ICP. Did not mean to move that. Let me zoom it in so we can see what I was saying here. Okay. Oh man, this is a little busy here. Let me slide this down. Okay, so basically this was, and I had a, okay, so I had a short idea. I had a short idea that was way back here. I believe it was 1250 something when I said to short it. See the red line. Yeah, the current price short idea 1263, and we are still very far below that. So when it was 1263, I put a tweet out on Twitter, and 1263, and even so, if you did that short to right now, you would be up 12% on that short. But if you went to the bottom, you actually would have had 22% on that short. So I did call it. I did call that short out. Shout out to anybody who made money on that trade. Let me find a different chart though, so I can look at the actual TA now. But I do, I do call outs. I do call outs. I do want to do. I was doing XCAD, and I still do XCAD, and I chat with people on there. But they changed the chat setting, and I can't paste pictures in the chat anymore on XCAD. And I actually just talked to that team. Might do something with them, might not in the future. But the thing is that people did buy my keys, and I like the platform. I think it's going to be like a better friend tech, but they need to let me add photos back in there. Because I could before and now I can't. So I wanted to put my charts in there. But at the same time, I am going to do XCAD, but I'm also very soon, I am going to have a Telegram group coming out with Pal AI, where I'm going to do call outs. I want to put my alpha charts. That is going to happen for sure. And that is going to happen for sure. Algorand price predictions coming Saturday or Sunday, probably Sunday. But at the same time, I'm excited to do the Telegram group, but XCAD, I want to see that one work back out. Anyway, let's keep it rolling here. So ICP 12-hour chart. Actually, let me look at the daily quick. I like to zoom out and then zoom in. So it does look like it, with a 15 -3 on the dual band strength index, anything above a 14 is, a high degree of confidence. But at the same time, I'm kind of looking didn't I mean draw that? Kind of reading between the lines on this one. This is the ICP daily chart. So, we had this big run up, right? This big run up. 200% in 33 days. Holy shit. And actually very interesting where it turned around. If you look at this, the high of this, that support resistance level, they flirted with it, went below it just a little teeny tiny bit, but popped off that. So I would say, that level right there is probably the most important level on the chart at 1069. Kind of drew that a little crooked, but you get my point. But what I am going to say about this is that definitely bearish divergence played out. Price go up, oscillator go down, cut and dry case. And if you look at the curvature of the money flow, see slowly coming up, and now it's slowly coming down. So I don't know if I want to say that this is just a cut and dry case of it's just going to pop up. It doesn't exactly look like that. It looks a little bit, you kind of see my point when we zoom in a little bit to the 4 hour, it did pop up, but it just kind of came back down. So it is certainly in a little local downtrend here. Let me change the color of that to white, and then so it kind of be more of a channel really, than a triangle. So you definitely want to set those parameters, know the support resistance level here. See, it even tested it. It even tested the support resistance with that wick up there too. So this is a very relevant level at 1064. And you also want to know the space between the trend lines. So you definitely want to set an alarm on the uptrend line here and on the downtrend line here, and also kind of be aware of the local. Let me zoom out a little bit here. If well, it doesn't really matter that much, but I was kind of talking in terms of the local uptrend from there as well, just something to keep an eye on. I don't think that matters as much, to be honest. But so there are definitely some levels to watch with ICP. If I zoom into a 2 hour, I would certainly say it's coming down on the 2 hour, coming down on the VWAP, coming down on the oscillator. Wait, I do want to look at one more thing. So definitely, I want to see what happens here when it is coming down. I want to see what happens here, and I also want to see if it breaks this, if it bounces, if it stays inside the trend that it's in. So definitely set some alarms, set that chart up yourself, and set alarms on the support resistance on the upper trend line and the lower trend line, and do yourself a favor so you can properly react to what it's doing. I wanted to look at the daily one more time to get a sense. So yeah, if you look at I hate when I leave the damn brush on and I just draw lines all over the place. So, with the visible range volume profile, there is a lot of volume all the way down here, which is a little scary, but I know it's up there as well. So always worth keeping an eye on that. I do want to talk about the dollar really, really fast. I didn't see that last portfolio update. Let me Scan that. Bum, 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 bum. Add to photos. Okay, got that one. S Dog. My old price prediction for algo was 235 to 585. And before I talk about the dollar, I do want to talk about that. That was my price prediction for algo. That was the biggest range I gave for a price prediction at the time. And that was because I kind of feel like my range next time will be much smaller, like a smaller range. It was really big range. And I think it was because I didn't know how to properly format price predictions when I did that one. Because what I'm going to do, I'm going to give a bull case, a bear case, and then the range of my price prediction. So I kind of think that 585 number would be like my bull case scenario, because I gave two scenarios based off of what happens with the partnerships, what happens with everything they're doing, if it goes according to plan. And at the time, that that price prediction has an asterisk next to it, because it was when the Binance and Coinbase thing, when the SEC was kind of like, there was that kind of narrative with the SEC, but the SEC actually never formally mailed Algorand anything. They were just used as a reference in a case, like in the Coinbase and Binance case, they were used as an example of coin that is a security, but they never mailed anything or served anything to Algorand and said, you're a security. That never happened. So that is worth saying, but that was also a little nervous at the time with the regulation. So there's definitely an asterisk next to that price predictions in terms of regulation FUD. But it is worth knowing, and I am certainly going to make a much more concise price prediction that will be out Sunday. We got a $20 super chat from my guy Tanker Monkey. Shout out to the Tanker Monkey. Video on how to use Coinbase Wallet and what chain to use and why. Like, what do you mean on what chain to use? Like when you're selling transactions, like in terms of like Ethereum chain, Optimism, like, is that what you're saying, Tanker Monkey? Circle back on that, bro. What do you mean by what chain? Like when you're sending transactions, when you're receiving them, when you're sending things to yourself, like what do you mean by what chain to use? The Glitter Queen's trying to call me. Should I pick up? I'm gonna pick up on the phone. Hey, you're on speaker on my live stream.
Oh my God. I didn't know you were lit. I'm so sorry.
All right. All right. Love you. Bye.
Bye.
All right. Shout out to the Glitter Queen, everybody. All right. So yeah, Tanker Monkey, I can make that video. I think that it's super, super easy. Crypto Chicken Salad, just put the breakdown in the chat here. I'm not going to run back to Twitter because I got a bunch of charts to go through. But yeah, I wanted to talk about the dollar. I'm going to talk about it. Also, there's 275 people in the house. Make sure you smash the like button. Really, really appreciate all you guys being here. So, wait, Lakeshore. No, I screenshot your super chat. I'm going to rate my portfolio at the end of the show. And I got to screenshot my guy Kenan as well. Boom. All right. Save that one. Add two photos. Boom. Okay. So I wanted to talk about the dollar here. So, when the dollar gets more powerful, the markets get less powerful. And, there's not exactly a... All right, Tanker Monkey, I will make a how to use a Coinbase wallet video just for you. I promise. Here, I'll write it down on my list right now. Coinbase wallet video. Okay. Done deal. Got you. And all right, so when the dollar gets more powerful, the markets get less powerful. It's cut and dry. Like when we had that little run up here, it fell down here. Okay, so now that the dollar is coming up, that's what I'm saying. Like, is Bitcoin going to keep going down from that support resistance level, keep going down in that downtrend because of the strength of the dollar? Probably, even with a little bull div playing out here on the 2-hour chart. And so I am actually very interested to see what's going to happen with the dollar here, everybody. Very interested. It kind of, when you zoom out really hard, it doesn't matter as much, especially even when you see this support resistance level here, which is actually a very big level from getting rejected here. It flirted with it back here as well, all the way back there. Look at that, and rejected at that level. So that level on the dollar is very important. But in recent, a lot of times things do come down to recent levels on like a 2-hour chart. So I'm seeing if the dollar, the reason I'm saying this is because if the dollar reverses, altcoins and crypto are likely going to go up in price, right? So I am having a close eye on the dollar to see if it gets rejected from this line, which is from this back support resistance, and then this line, right there from the top of this fella here. So keep a close eye on the dollar. And I always have my eye on the dollar, especially when I want to go long on altcoins. So, when the dollar loses strength, the markets gain strength. It is that cut and dry. Shout out to Rich Crypto for the super chat. I will get to you at the end of the show. Boom, 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 boom. All right. Add two photos. Boom. Okay. So back to the list here. We're going to go to Avax. There's no way I'm going to be able to get through all of these charts, but I will go because I like to go over them in detail. And I'd like to go over them. So this is super easy. No, all right. So doing Avax is very easy because just like the video I did with Cardano and Solana yesterday, make sure you watch the video I put out yesterday if you want detailed TA on Solana or Cardano. But it's very similar to them is that Avax is literally sitting on a very important support resistance line. So if you kind of go back to, let me zoom that bad boy out a little bit. If you kind of go back in history here and realize like how many times, this was a previous level, very important level from back in 2022 when it came back up and got rejected. And it's literally sitting at that level now. Also kind of interesting to know that, the low from the previous value area, Avax didn't even come close. You know what I mean? So it got rejected before that. So basically what we're saying here is that, and also if you look at, look at the amount of Avax does not spend much time in this price level. You see all the gap there? It does not spend that much time in that price level. This level is between, $23 and $30 and $30.30. It kind of leaves it really fast, right? It leaves it really fast. And then it goes through it really fast. Avax doesn't flirt with this level. And this is important because this down here is the previous value area. Okay. So what I'm saying here is, let me clean this up a little bit, is that if Avax can stay above this line and fight for this support resistance level, that would be really good. Very good for all the Avax bulls, hopefully get back to the volume node around $36, around $40, $39, $40. But what I'm saying here is that in a scenario where Avax loses this level and goes down here, I think it would be very likely for Avax to fall because there's not that much volume. If you look at the volume profile, there's not that much volume until we get to here and over here, right? So what I'm saying is Avax loses this yellow line here at $30. It's very likely for it to fall to 22 relatively fast. It won't spend that much time. If you consider this is the daily chart, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days. It's been 5 days in this level. It does not spend much time in this level, even in previous price from back in 2022. So if hopefully Avax can hold, if it doesn't hold, certainly we will see a quick fall and that would be an easy short trade for sure. Casper price prediction. I can put that one on the list. Thanks, Mikey. All right, so we did Avax. Let's do Vchain. Big shout out to Vchain. Very excited to going to the UFC fight with the Vchain boys in March to see Sugar Sean O'Malley defend that title. Cannot wait for that. That is going to be a very good time. Going to turn on the EMAs to see how this is doing here on the 2-day. Okay, so it is still holding above. So I made a tweet a little while back about Vchain bull crosses on the 2-day, and this chart isn't the same as the other one, but basically the last time Vchain had a 2-day cross on the 250 EMA, it pumped 3,000%, and from the moment that it crossed this, if it was to repeat that pump again, Vchain would get spit out at $1.14. That is a little bit of moon math, but there's only been so many golden crosses on Vchain on the 2-day charts. It's a very rare thing. And the fact that it, just happened a little while ago, even though we immediately, kind of got shut down and came back down the hill here, I don't think it's the end of the world. And what I really kind of like about this setup is that, it got a lot of coins, from 2023 did not get above their local high from the beginning of the year, like the graph, for instance, didn't get above the earlier high in 2023. Vchain did. And I think there's something to be said about that. And there's also something to be said about where it got rejected, considering, the bottom of this value area here is literally where it got rejected from. And if, that does hurt. That does hurt, but anybody that knew that line was there and that knew that was the bottom, so that does kind of make sense that where it got rejected. But at the same time, let's kind of zoom in here on like the daily and kind of appreciate where You know, you could, I mean, even if you go to a 12-hour, you could interpret this as a head and shoulders. Like a lot of charts, you know, kind of have that head and shoulder look, go shoulder, head, shoulder. You know, that kind of makes a lot of sense to me. Just because there's head and shoulders doesn't 100% degree of certainty mean that it is going to play all the way out either. You know, it is just, you know, it's good to know. It's good to do the measured move and say, oh, this could happen, but that doesn't 100% mean it's going to. But you know, that would be the level, and it would spit it back down to you know, a penny 1.7. That would be very unfortunate. That would be very unfortunate, and actually kind of lines up with where the volume profile is as well. But at the same time, I'm a little bit more optimistic. It is putting up a fight here on the 12-hour chart at the 200-day EMA. At the same time, I think a more likely level, if Vchain does continue to fall in the, you know, in the right here, right now, kind of going back in the charts here. Well, first of all, it's at a support resistance level from back here. There's that level right there. So that is super important to keep an eye on. And then, you know, this level from right here, that is a pretty big one as well at 2.3. Let me make that line a little bit bigger because it's the point of control. But yeah, so, you know, definitely keep an eye on these levels here for Vchain. I would not be surprised to see it fall a little bit more in the local right here, right now, considering like the curvature of the money flow and how it's coming down the oscillator, and the volume profile, the point of control is below the current price action. So right here, right now, I would love to see it put up a fight at 2.6. This level here. If not, it, you know, similar to Avalanche, how fast it moves, it probably won't spend that much time in this area here. It'll probably fall down probably below 2.3 pretty fast if it loses this level. You know, and from there we could see a descent from like 2.3 to 2 cents. I would not like to see Vchain go below 2 pennies. So let's hope it stays above it. But at the same time, there is hope that it could put up a fight. But like I said, it does look like there's some downward pressure right now. I would not be surprised to see a fall to 2.3. But you know, either way, I'm accumulating at both spots. You know, here's this way I see it. I mean, a lot of people only buy crypto when the prices are going up because they feel like they're missing out. The thing is, you need to buy, if you're consistent and you want a DCA, you need to tell yourself, well, I did buy Vchain, you know, at 3.4, almost at 3.5 cents, at 3 cents. So why wouldn't you buy it at 2.5, at 2 cents? Like you're helping yourself out. Don't feel like you're missing out. Like that feeling you get when you're missing out, you should be feeling that now while things are getting cheaper. Even if it continues to go further, you know, I'm not really trying to sell my Vchain into like 60 cents. So at least 60 cents. So, you know, there's that. So just keep an eye on it. I mean, there's a lot of support resistance levels here to look at. Even when we kind of zoom into something more degen like the 12-minute chart, it does look like it's pushing down in very small time frame. It's probably going to, you know, 2.5 cents pretty quick, in my opinion. It looks like it's going to fall, but that's just the way I see it. So I am going to circle these charts here. So what we're going to do tomorrow. So I did Flare, I did ICP, I did Avax, I did Link, I did Vchain. Tomorrow we're going to do the graph and everything else because I want to get to the portfolio ratings, and I will pick back up on those charts tomorrow because I do want to get in for the portfolio ratings. Got one more from Johnny here. Let me when Supercross crypto sponsorship with Vchain and Algo. Oh, I'm trying, man. I'm trying. That would be hilarious, right? Oh my God. That'd be crazy. All right, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 portfolios to rip through. No problem. Let me go over there. I'm sliding these over to the thing right now. 1, 2, and one more. Boom. All right, very cool. Bang. Awesome. So I'm going to go ahead and say no more portfolios, no more sending portfolios in. But I will, you know, if you do send, I'll get to it tomorrow morning or something like that. There actually was a crypto company that did sponsor Supercross. It was an exchange, and it kind of sucked, but they did try. I don't really think, I don't think Supercross is the demographic, to be honest with you. I really don't. I mean, I think we could try, but I don't really think that many guys that want to go to the track to, like, you know, get an autograph from Eli Tomac are really thinking, oh, like, look at that crypto company. I don't really think that's the vibe there, to be honest with you. But anyway, you never know. I could be wrong. Prove me wrong. All right. So let's get into these rate my portfolios. Really appreciate everyone who sent them in. So let's start knocking these out here. We got my guy Food and Crypto. Solid SDX gains, but got more Flux and FET. Shooting for 15x, but will louder exit before 72k, 15 Quan, 14 H bar, 13 Pith, 12 IMX, 12 XRP, 11 Flux, 11 Near, 11 FET, 2% iron. Wow, not bad. Not bad. You got solid picks. You got a pretty even distribution. I don't really care about the 2%, but that's just for fun anyway. And considering you have 72k, that 2% is kind of significant. Yeah, man, I don't mind this at all. I really don't mind this bag. I think that obviously you'll always know that a 15x is very ambitious, but you did say you'll ladder at before, you exit before. So it seems like you have a plan. I hope you have that plan written down and you have levels set. And when I say you have a plan, I don't mean like, all right, the number of my portfolio hit this, let's go. No. I want you to have the levels for each coin mapped out on what you think your exit strategy could be. All right, you say, all right, at this level, I'll sell 50%. At this level, I'll sell 20, 20, 20, whatever. And then if it turns around, have an exit plan for the bottom of that too. So what I'm saying here is that if in your plan, Quant gets to this level, H bar that gets to this level, this gets to this level, with the bag I have, this would equal this much money. And then you add all of those up and that would be your number. That is more important than, I want my, no. I want you to level it out for each thing and say, this is where I'm continuing to take profits. And then you get your number, not from just multiplying your number by 10, but doing the math on each coin and saying, I will make between this and this based off the range of my exit strategy. Of course, I will make an exit strategy video at some point. I just don't feel like it's the time to make one right now, but it will happen in the future. Anyway, Food and Crypto got a pretty solid bag. It's even distribution. Really solid picks. You are missing Algorand, but it's okay. I'm gonna have to learn a little bit more about Flux, to be honest with you. I'm gonna have to learn a little bit more about that one. But I think this is a good. You have a dude. You're gonna do fine, man. This one's good. You got a really good distribution. You're not wasting your time with the big heavy market caps. I mean, you have 12% XRP, but that's really more of an anchor. And then you're really, the other 88% of your portfolio, you're really giving yourself a chance for upside like 10, 15x. So yeah, I would say you have a pretty good plan here, Food and Crypto. I'm going to give you like an 86. Good job, dude. Wow. Starting the portfolio segment off strong. Homie came out swinging, got an 86. I always start off with low ratings, so it's a bigger deal when a high one comes, but I couldn't lie to him. That was a good one. Not that I've lied before. I'm just saying. SWFL Crypto, $5, 170K portfolio. Damn. That was my neck. I hope you heard it crack. That was crazy. Looking for an 8x. That's nice of you to not think, a lot of people are like, 15, 17x. Like, for you to say, I just want an 8x, that's mature. That's actually more people should think like that. The graph 14, nice. My homie out here leading with the graph. I'm killing it. 13% ego, 12% Bitcoin. What? Why are you holding Bitcoin? Oh, you do have $170,000. That's fair. I make exceptions for larger bags. 12% XRP, 11% HBAR, 10 Algo, 8 Solana, 6% Illuvium, Cardano, and then a bunch of smaller picks, including XDC. I really like XDC. I don't mind Casper. I think they need better marketing, but it's a good project. I really like PAL and I really like Vchain. So you definitely have some really good picks lined out there. Dude, this is solid, man. For an 8x, I completely understand Bitcoin, like you wanting to hold Bitcoin. It's more of like an anchor, like a wealth building type play kind of thing. But at the same time, man, you have to understand that you're trying to 8x, right? So, you're really putting the work of your portfolio is going to be accomplished by the other 88% of your portfolio, and really the other 77% of your portfolio because of the XRP. I mean, I don't think Bitcoin or XRP are going to 8x. Probably not. So I feel like XRP has a much better chance to 8x than Bitcoin does. I'll say that. So with that being said, but at the same, I feel like you have a very reasonable goal. You have a really good coin selection. I think 13 E-Gold, I would rather hold Vchain or XDC than eGold, but I understand it. I like the PAL pick. That's fun. PAL's gonna kill it, man. HBAR, Algo, Solana, Illuvium, ADA. Yeah, this is a good bag, man. And you have a really mature goal. And I do give my scores out based off of the likelihood of you achieving your goal. And yeah, if someone had say someone has a bag of 10 coins with a distribution, and then someone else has the same exact bag with the same exact distribution, and this person's goal is a 10x and this person's goal is a 6x. The 6x will get a higher score because they have a higher likelihood to achieve their goal. That is worth saying here. So with that being said, man, the likelihood of you achieving your goal is, I would say, very strong, with a strong degree of confidence. You have a good coin selection. You have a good distribution. There are a couple things in terms. I don't know about the eagle, but I could be wrong. Hey, I could be wrong, man. So I'm gonna give you the same score I gave Food and Crypto. I think you guys both. Actually, I'm gonna give you a higher score than Food and Crypto, because Food and Crypto was shooting for a 15x, and although he has an extra strategy plan, a 15x, you're asking for a lot where you're only looking for an 8x. So I can say with a high degree of certainty that you are much likely more likely to achieve your goals than Food and Crypto is. So I'm going to give you a 90, dude. Congratulations. First 90 of the day. Mind Grade, 30K invested, 15% ICP, leading with ICP. Okay. Near ARB, HBAR, Algo, the Graph, Link, FET, Gala, Sandbox, 20. Okay. All right, guys. 20x, 20. 20. 20. All right. I really don't think that there is a bag that anybody could give me and I would say that it's going to 20x. I don't think there is a bag that anyone could show me that I would say could 20x. I think it's impossible. I mean, you have to understand, man. I mean, if any bag would 20x, it's probably this one. To be honest, you do have really strong picks. You're not wasting your time. The largest market cap coin you're holding is Chainlink. I mean, you're giving yourself a chance. I'll give you that. I don't think it's going to 20x. I think it could probably 12, 15 maybe, but you're giving yourself a chance. You're not holding yourself down with heavy market cap coins. I mean, Chainlink and ICP, make up, 25% of your portfolio. And then everything else, does have a fighting chance. So I do think that you're giving yourself a chance, but man, I'm telling you, I want you to really, really reconsider your goal. And if you don't reconsider your goal, consider an exit strategy where you take a majority of profits at 12, 10x, whatever. I just don't want you to ride this to the bottom because you're too ambitious. I do worry about that. And this is always why the goal is the most important part. It really is, guys. I cannot stress how important a realistic goal is. You have good distribution, going coin selection. You're giving yourself a chance. That's for sure. You don't have any heavy market cap coins, but yeah, man, but the goal is very high. So I am going to have to bring your score down a little bit. I'm going to give you an 80, 79. You're getting a 79. I can't give you a B with that goal. You get a C plus, but it's a good bag. You're going to do fine. Lakeshore Crypto, 42K invested. I have 30K of cake. All right. EJSXEN LRC block Algo. Okay. The goal is 500K. Thank you. Love your stuff. What do you think, partner? What do you think, partner? Man, you got some sleepers out here, bro. You got some sleepers, dude. What the hell is EGJS? What the hell is that? All right. This is one of those portfolios where I'm going to be honest with you guys and say that I don't know every coin in this bag. And because I don't know every coin in this bag, that means that you guys are teaching me now. And now I have to write down the coins I don't know and research them. And, I could be at home playing MX Bikes, but I'm not. I'm going to sit here and learn about every coin he's holding that I don't have. So next time someone puts it out there, I know what to do. So with that being said, Lakeshore, I'm going to have to take a rain check on this one, bro. Stay in touch with me. Send me an email. Send me a pie chart. I will keep this portfolio on my desktop. I already put it on my desktop right here, right now. And I'm going to do some homework on these coins so I can give you. I'm not going to say what I don't know. I want to be honest with you. So engine starter. like the engine project. Interesting. But yeah, man, I'm going to be honest with you, man. I don't want to give a rating to a bag that I'm not fully informed on. And, I don't know everything, but I can try to keep learning and I can keep researching and keep getting better every day. So I have your bag rating down here. I have it on my, have it saved on my desktop. I'm going to do my homework and I will circle back with you, man. Send me an email, DM me on Twitter, say, hey, I'm Lakeshore Crypto. I will get you a score, but I don't know. I can't give you an accurate grade right now. That's fair. All right, man. Stay in touch. But yeah, you'll probably do just fine, man. but I have it written down. Kenan. All right. Kenan has been in the chat saying that I'm about to shit on his portfolio. And I looked at it for 3 seconds and he is right. He is so right. All right. 1.6K. He got 29% Bitcoin. I don't know why anybody with less than $10,000 would even consider holding Bitcoin in their portfolio. Ethereum, 21 XRP, 16 Link, 9 Sol. Oh my God. I'm only looking for a 2 to 4x. Okay. All right. I think, Kenan, it is very interesting to see someone with a smaller bag that is shooting so low. I would rather shoot for the stars and miss than shoot for the gutter and make it. And all right, Mike J, really fast. If you go to my Twitter and click on the algo.fam, like that link, you can send me an email through the message board in there. Okay. But yeah, Kenan, I would rather see you shoot hard. I agree with S Dog. Like, it does look pretty good for a 2 to 5 to 4x goal. It does. Like, I think that a 2 to 4x with this bag is probably really all you're going to get. But I feel like, if you are only investing 1.6 thousand, I would be trying to turn that to 10 to 20. But hey, to each their own, man. To each their own, and that's okay. And I think that as much as I would never hold a bag like this, I think considering your goal is 2 to 4x, I would say with a strong degree of likelihood that you are likely to achieve your goal. And it's not about me being biased. It's not about me saying what I would do or my opinion. The point is that is your bag and that is your goal. And with those coins and that distribution, that goal is likely. So I'm going to give you an 84. I feel like you will achieve that goal with that bag. And that's really what matters here. I hope you get there. Rich Crypto, bro. $10 super chat. Appreciate the $10, man. You're the man. Good GM, AJ. I love your show. Thank you, dude. I love your name. I like how you use the 1 instead of the I. That's cool. Port goal of 15x, 27% stable coins, giving himself a chance to breathe, giving himself a chance to get in, giving himself a chance to, buy more in, got some dry powder on the side. I like that. That's very good. Algo, 13%, HBAR, 10, Quant, the Graph, Vchain, Arweave, Conflux, XDC, near AGIX. If this was put your portfolio, where would you put the USDC? I can't exactly say that. But I can say that what can I say? To be honest with you, bro, if this was me, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I would scale in to the top 6 coins in your bag more. That's what I would do. And that's not telling you exactly what to do and exactly how much or anything. But Algo, HBAR, Quant, the Graph, Vchain. Algo, HBAR, Quant, Graph, Vchain. The top 5 coins in your bag. Winners. Also XTC, winner. Near winner. AGIX, skeptical play, but probably winner. Vchain, the Graph, Quant, HBAR, Algo, man. I think Rich, I think you got a good bag. I think you got great picks. Your distribution isn't super lopsided, and you have dry powder on the side. So really, man, I think you're already. I wouldn't go searching for something you already have. I would just try to scale in at better prices, dude. I would, that's what I would do. This is a good bag. The goal is very high. The goal is very high, but at the same time, yeah, I think you'll be close. You'll be close. I would probably think more 10, 12. 15x is a lot, man. 15x is a lot. Like think how much just a double up is. A double up is no joke. A 2x is big deal. Big deal. So a 15 is really, I would really be thinking more like, 8 to 12x to be honest. But so considering your goal, I have to bring you down a couple points, but I think your coin selection and your distribution is already very strong. I'll give you like an 80. Good job, dude. You'll do fine. Johnny Tavares. All right, Johnny, man. I don't have time to figure out how much 2.4 ETH is or how much 70 Link is or how much that much Matic is and then figure out the percentage of distribution. What I want from you, Johnny, is 20% ETH, 14% Chainlink, Matic. That is the format. I would appreciate if from here on out, if people send it in that format. And I don't even know, you say your goal is 35 to 40K, but I don't even know how much that is. So, ETH, Link, Matic, ICP, Graph, ADA, Gala, XRP, Sand. I mean, it's not the worst distribution, but it's not the worst coin selection. I've seen a lot better though. Yes, but I can't really give you an accurate score because I don't know what you're at and I don't know the distribution. So Johnny, if you want to if you can put the percentages down in the chat here, I will get to you, or if you want to send me an email and circle back, I can do that too. But I don't have a calculator in front of me, man. Oleg, my guy, Oleg Slutu. Slut you. All right. What a name. Cool. All right, here he is. Boom. My guy, Oleg Slut you. 100K portfolio. Man. 34.2 algo, the best type of lopsided. The best lopsided you could ever be is you. I like it. 30% ADA, holy shit. Then a small amount of Stellar, a little bit of Sheeb, Vchain, Polygon, Dogecoin, Solana, Chronos, a little bit of Ethereum, some Scale, the 5x. Oh yeah, dude. I think personally, I don't like your distribution. Even with the algo, man, I mean, algo is my top pick. Algo. I have my top 5 is algo, Vchain, the Graph, HBAR, and Quant. That's my top 5, in no order. And even though those are my 5 favorite coins, and everyone knows that, I personally wouldn't be that lopsided in any of those coins. You know what I mean? Because, I think holding over 30% of anything in a bag is scary, man. Because the point, you don't want to be over diversified. You know what I mean? I think a bag between 5 and 10 coins is appropriate. I think any more than 10, you're not going to manage it correctly. No one would probably manage that many coins correctly. But I understand conviction, but man, like if anything goes wrong, and like to have a bag that big with $100,000, that's a lot, man. So I get where you're coming from, but like, I would probably have a little bit more of an even try. I would aim for a more even, even if you went like, 26, and then upped everything else, but at the end of the day, it is not hey guys, it's not that I don't like Cardano. I do like Cardano. It's just not in my top 5. I hold Cardano in all of my portfolios, public and private. Cardano is a must-have in every bag I own, but it's not in my top 5 because the market cap's too high, and that caps how many X's it will put up in the bull run. Trust me on that. It's just simple math. But yeah, man. But the end of the day, Oleg, is that your goal is to 5x, and that's what really matters. I don't like your distribution, even though the distribution that I don't like is in coins I love. I think, so yeah, man, I'm going to give you like an 81 because you were very, very likely to achieve your goal. Probably you will exceed your goal by a lot. I would say it's probably like, seriously, your bag's probably like an 8 to 10xer, but since it's a 5, even with the bad distribution, it's still not bad. Really fast. I do see Crypto Chicken Salad in the chat. I'll get Tim in a second. But everybody, there's 300 people in here. Thanks all for being here. Make sure you smash the like button if you haven't already. Going to get through one more portfolio, and then we will call it a day. I think ADA is a top 5 pirate trader. Man, I like ADA, but you have to consider, man, how much money it takes for Cardano to really put up numbers, dude. Like, you have to consider it. Like, if you think about where my top 5 picks, Algo, Graph, Quant, HBAR, Vchain. Look at where they are. There is a method to this madness, dude. I'm not just saying numbers, man. I'm not just saying things because I like them. If you look at the coins I'm picking, look, there's HBAR in 39th. There is Vchain in 46. There's Quant in 49. The Graph in 52 and Algorand in 57th. Okay. So out of that, my top 5 picks there, the biggest winner by market cap in all of my picks, in my top 5 picks, is just Hedera. Hedera at 2.3 billion. All right. 2.3 billion. And with that being said, man, we go to my favorite moon math place. Okay. We go to the place where all moon math is done. Okay. You go to the coinperspective.com. Okay. And yes, Hedera, it doesn't have the best tokenomic situation. It's basically 70% of the way there. But guess what? It's not like it's inflationary. It's a fixed rate. And it's not coming out that aggressively. Okay. Like it's not like 100% is going to be in supply by the bull run. It's not going to be like that. So, that's not going to affect it that much. Okay. A little bit, but not that much. So do keep that in mind. But ignoring tokenomics, for Hedera to 10x, for Hedera to 10x from right here, it would require 23.6 billion. That's it. That's it. For Hedera to 20x, it would require 47.1 billion. That's it. That's not much, man. That is not much in crypto, considering that's the largest market cap out of my top 5 picks. Now, remember, so just for a 10x for Hedera, 23.6 billion. Now let's look at Cardano. All right. So right now, its market cap is 16.2 billion. And if it wanted to 10x, it would require $161 billion and $323 billion for a 20x, for a $10 Cardano. Do I think that's impossible one day? No, I don't. I don't think that's impossible. I think Cardano will probably be $10 one day. I think it'll probably be $5 one day. But I'm just saying the amount of work that has to happen for it to get there is enormous, man. Enormous. Not even considering the fact like how competitive HBAR is from an enterprise standpoint, and how many like the governing council and how many massive companies are involved with how many more it's getting integrated. Like I understand like Cardano and use case and utility. I know, man, I like Cardano. Like you're wording this as if I don't like Cardano. But what I'm saying here is at the end of the day, the likelihood of HBAR 10xing is way higher than the likelihood of Cardano 10xing. Period. End of story. But I like them both. So crypto chicken salad. Boom, 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 boom. Hey, I even met Charles Hoskinson before. He's a really nice guy. We chatted it up for like 10 minutes. Super nice guy. It was one of those conversations that I thought was going to end the whole time. I thought he was like, okay, he's going to walk away now. And then he would just keep asking me another question. He was like super engaged. Like when you're in a conversation and you feel like you're not carrying the weight, like you're a little nervous, or like you kind of feel like, all right, this person's about to walk away from me. Like that was fun. I got my picture and stuff. Because obviously I'm a fan, but like he like kept asking questions and he was really nice. So I love Cardano, man. I mean, Charles is really cool. It's gonna do great. I hold Cardano in every bag I have. I think it's gonna. I think how big it is, it's gonna hold it back from how high it can go, or not how high it can go, but how many X's it can put up. If it only requires HBAR 14 billion to 10x, and it requires a Cardano 160 billion to 10x. I mean, that's a big story, man. Like you do have to consider that. It's not that I don't like it or that it doesn't have a use case. It's just that matters, man. When are you going to make a video on what you would do with a liquid 50K on the dip? Yeah, I actually have. I have a script like that I actually wrote probably like a month ago, and I never got around to filming it. Maybe I'll do something like that, like next week or something. All right, boom. All right, so I got 2 more portfolios, and then we are going to wrap it up. Still got 250 people in the house. Thank you guys for being here. Really, really appreciate it. We got my guy who sent one in before, and I missed him, and we talked about it on Twitter. Crypto Chicken Salad, one of my mods. It's 5 to 7 goal. Keep that in mind. 8 of 31, Bitcoin 23, XRP 11, Quant 9, Arweave 9, Crow 8, Cas 5, AJX 3. Yeah, if you want a 5x, certainly roll that Bitcoin on over, my friend. You know, the Bitcoin is not going to do you any justice, that's for sure. You know, I mean, let's look at this. You know, your goal's a 5x, right? So for Bitcoin to 5x would require a $3.9 trillion market cap for a $200,000 Bitcoin, a $3.9 trillion market cap. The last time crypto topped off the total market cap of all of crypto, Bitcoin, Ethereum, all the altcoins and all the stable coins added together was just over 3 trillion. So Bitcoin 5x to $200,000 this bull run is not going to happen. So you know, you're really asking the other large cap coins that you have a lot of distribution of to carry what Bitcoin's not going to do, and they're probably going to struggle doing it too. So really you're asking the you know, 30, 54, 65. So you're 65% of your bag is top 5 picks. So you're, you know, a 5 to 7 is actually a reach for what you're doing. Yeah, I don't know, man. I think you have a mature goal, but your coin selection, it's not your coin selection that's bad. It's your distribution that's terrible. So, and I can say that to you. You're one of my mods. So I can be harder on you than the other people because you should know better. Man, I'm going to give you a 70. And you get a 70 because your goal is mature. But other than that, your distribution is pretty bad. But best of luck. Zapster, 70,000 portfolio, XRP 20%, HBAR 17, Algo 17, Con 12, ARB 11, Bone 9, CL 7, AGIX 13, and he has 3,000 in Tether. Okay. Well, so you're basically asking, so you have 20% XRP, so you're asking the other 80% of your portfolio to really, how does Quant have bad tokenomics? What did you just ask me? Hey, Christopher Moore, can you type that again to make sure I read that right? I don't, what? How does Quant have bad tokenomics? Is this a joke? Are you fucking with me? Is this for real? Somebody in the chat, let them know. Zapster, man, I'm sorry, bro. I saw a chat. This is why I don't look at the chat that much anymore. You guys are killing me, man. No, so really, like, you have a 13x goal, right? So you really have to align your coin selection with a 13x. And is XRP going to 13x? Probably not. Let's go back and look at you know, what we were talking about with, you know, with Crypto Chicken Salad, is that, you know, you're looking for a 13x, and for XRP to 10x to get to $5, you're looking at you know, 274.4 billion. So possible, yes. Probable, you know, I think I would like to say with a strong degree of certainty that XRP will get to $5 this bull run. I would like to say that. But considering how slow it moves and how boring it is and how, I don't know, man. So, you know, if I was trying to 13x my portfolio, I wouldn't have 20% of my bag in XRP. Absolutely not. XRP would be more of an anchor where, you know, in my portfolio that I built publicly, I hold 6% XRP, 6% Cardano. Everything else is where things, you know, those are more of an anchor. You should hold XRP as an anchor and not as your lead moneymaker. I could be wrong though, but I don't know, man. I've been around for a little while, you know. I've seen these things play out before, and I think people, you know, it's super easy to get really caught up and really excited on top 10 coins, but man, there's so much money in there, guys. You know. I don't see it. I don't see XRP 13xing. With that being said, the other bit of your portfolio is going to carry you, right? So I would be looking for like a 7 to 9x, maybe, man, maybe a 10, and you still have a little bit more in USDC, so that's good. You have some dry powder, but your picks aren't bad. I just think you're a little top heavy, I don't know. I think the goal is not. I don't know how likely that goal is. I would readjust goal or readjust distribution, one or the other. I'll give you like a 78. Not bad, man. Not bad. All right. Well, I really appreciate each and every one of you. Oh yeah, that was hilarious. Awesome. So there are 236 people in the house right now. Let me do a little check here. Let me refresh this button here to see where it's at. And we have 220 likes. That means that there's 16 of you that haven't smashed the likes, or those people left already because I ran over on today's show. So with that being said, if you have not smashed the like button, please do that. I'd really, really appreciate it. Trying to get the numbers up, doing the best I can, grinding over here. I don't have a roundtable today, so I'm going to get some filming done. Gonna, maybe edit some videos, get some stuff out. But I really, really appreciate each and every one of you. I'll be here tomorrow. I will get to the rest of these live charts call outs. I will get to the rest of these charts here. And I've really been enjoying doing more TA and kind of really going. The news has been really boring. Like, I will talk about news when it's like worth talking about, but sometimes I'm just like, I'm not going to try to make a show out of this. I would rather do technical analysis and actually help people with the direction of their bags, and so you have an idea of what's likely to happen and how you can set yourself up to properly react to these scenarios to put yourself in a better position. That's more important to me. I really want to help you guys as much as I can, and if there's any other way I can help you out, let me know, man. I'm really trying. Get rich or get wrecked, man. My name's AJ Rich Crypto. Make sure you smash likes. Have a great rest of the day. Later.